One of the tools that I'm in the process of using, I haven't read the whole thing, is Gary Vaynerchuk's Jab, 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 Right Hook. And he talks a lot about building your story and what to post and how to post it, along with the timing of posts. So that is a great resource to get. I would like to rave on how awesome it is, but I have not finished it yet. But so many people talk about that book. The next one is when. When should I post? 3 to 5 times per day. There are absolute exceptions to this. Some days, sometimes on Sunday, I literally post 1 time a day, and it's intentional because I check out the rest of the day. Not all Sundays are like that. But if I'm going to do it 1 day a week, it's going to be on Sunday, because when I think people come to my page and they know of my faith, they know of my beliefs, and they can make the assumption of where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'm spending time with my family at home and with my church family. So, and I'm just really tired of being on Facebook. So let's shoot to 3 to 5 times per day. 2 to 3 times per day is exceptional as well. Think of your own schedule as to when you post. Think of when, because like I said, we're attracting ourselves more than likely. So think of the times when, and this is laughable, I know, for moms and everybody, but when you would have time to sit down and scroll Facebook, when would you have time? Most people check it first thing in the morning while they're getting ready for work. A lot of people will check it on their lunch hour, and most of them will check it after they get their kids put to bed at night. So, the other benefit of a like page is you have analytics. You can go to the back end of your page and see what posts got the most interaction on them and what time of day they were posted. And that is something, to me, it basically proved what I already knew. But if you're questioning that, or different days of the week are different too. Friday night, total bust, because everybody I know is at a sporting event. Anybody that I'm going to attract is at some football game this time of year and at some basketball game in the winter. So the last, saving grace is post whenever you think of it. Sometimes it is survival of the fittest. And if you think of something, you can either schedule it so that it posts at one of your times you want, or just post it. Then you'll have some content out there, and you won't feel this pressure to remember that or post it later or something like that. So there's no perfect way to do this. There are tips and tricks, but the biggest thing is to be patient and keep playing around with it. Facebook, unfortunately, and fortunately, I guess, is always changing. One thing I wrote a note down today. I don't know if any of you guys got on the Team Hardcore call today, but they just all got back from Platinum Edge. And one of the things that they said that I think goes along with the when on this is like pages aren't doing that well right now. They're thinking what Mari said is, Mari Smith, if you want to follow her on Facebook, she's awesome and has way too many great videos that I have no time to watch, but the content's there. She's saying right now that 1 to 6% of our following are seeing our posts organically. So if you think of how many page followers you have, take 1 to 6% of that. So if you're frustrated that you're only getting 2 likes, look at it that way and say, okay, well, I have 100 people on my page. 1 person might have saw it. I got 1 like. That's pretty good. That's what she's saying is happening right now. I don't know how she gets all this information. She's some sort of Facebook ninja, but she's really recommending to use your personal page a lot more now. Really be staggering your content between your personal page and your like page for that reason, because like pages are kind of dragging right now or lagging right now. Where is the next question? This is something that will generate some content for you too. Where has my business taken me? Where is it taking me? These are things you can post about, your goals, your dreams, progress photos, non-scale victories, those things. People love before and after photos. And Facebook didn't let you used to post a before and after photo and then boost the post. They let you do it now. They used to kick it out. I've tried to boost posts in the past that had a before and after, and they would kick it back and say it violates their rules. And I don't know if I got away with it because I actually put a 3-part before and after post, kind of on a spectrum, and it didn't kick it back to me. So give it a shot with some progress photos and see if it'll work for you. That one I had a ton of conversations out of that post, so it was totally worth it. And then the other part of where will your day be taking you? Do you have a busy day coming up? Are you worried you're going to get your posts in? Sit down and use the scheduler on your like page. That is, to me, the scheduler right now is what trumps a like page over, one of the things that trumps a like page over a personal page is you can schedule posts. Or if you have this great idea of a post, you can put it in there and save it as a draft. So use the scheduler to your advantage that way. Also, show where you're at. Show your life. You might think it's boring. People are voyeurs. They want to see what you're doing. And although that's creepy, oh, see, I told you. Hey, Ashlyn? Sorry. Yeah, it's locked. Tell him. Dude, told the kid to come home quiet, and he comes home and rings the doorbell. Anyway, yeah, just post about where you're at, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes people are like, oh, I was just there like 20 minutes ago. And I don't know, it just starts conversations. So definitely post where you're at and what you're doing. The next question, why? Why on earth do we bother with a like page? And I think some days we all ask ourselves that question because some days we get crickets chirping on it. But social media is critical if you want to build this business. The reason why social media is critical is 78% of the US population has a social media profile. Right now, they're saying in the world that 1.96 billion people are on social media, and that's worldwide. But in 2018, they're expecting it to go to 2.5 billion. So that's like a ton, like, what is that, 600 million people that it's going to go up, a little less than that. You know, it's just a way to reach so many more people than we can on a face-to-face basis. I'm not downplaying the face-to-face thing. It's amazing and it is critical as well. But, you know, sometimes we want to resist social media, but to grow this, we're going to have to embrace it. It's also an awesome platform to tell our story. It's fun. Like, it is fun to get creative. It's fun to come up with things. It's fun to find new ways to word things, to tell your story. So to me, it's kind of fun to play with. It also allows a separation from our warm and cold markets. And for me, I like this, even though my warm market knew that I was into fitness. I've been into health and fitness for a really long time, but it allowed me a place to not bombard them with my Beachbody business. It allowed me a place to bring them to as they felt comfortable rather than unfriending me because they got tired of seeing my stuff on my personal page. So I feel like it's a place to combine the markets well and let those people that I know come to me at their own pace. The other great thing is the analytics, the ads, and the boosts. It allows us to influence our reach. It allows us to, if we want to establish a monthly budget, it allows us to pay to boost some posts. It allows us to run an ad to grow the likes on our page. So those are options that we don't have on a personal page at this time. And from everything I hear, I don't think they'll ever go that route because Facebook really wants businesses to come over to a like page. In fact, I've read things in the Facebook user agreement. I went and looked it up because some video made me think about it. If you post too much spammy business stuff, like if you started throwing Beachbody graphics out on your personal page, Facebook has and will actually take your personal account away from you and you will never get it back. And that makes me want to be physically sick because I love the memories that come up on Facebook. So I'm like, oh God, please don't take all that because I just love seeing that stuff. So use your personal page, just use it wisely. The next question, why do I want more likes on my page? More people equals more conversations. And of course, we want the quality of those likes to be more than we want the quantity, but that's another thing that we can control with whenever we do targeting with ads. And that can be a whole nother training that someone else can do. So somebody keep that in your back pocket about doing that training, because I think it would be useful to the crew. This quote on the bottom I just saw, and I thought it was a great one, and I'm sure we've all heard it, but social media is not, oh, and there's a typo, fantastic, is no longer about the products we make, but about the stories we tell.
Oh.
How many times can you check a PowerPoint and still find a typo? I might need to get in that perfectionism group. Kari. Okay. The last one is the how, and I'm not sure how I'm doing on time. I'm trying to hurry. How do I get more likes? So how do you get more likes quickly? You take your page and you share it with your warm market. You invite them to like it, and then you invite them to share it with their friends and family that they think might be interested in a page of this nature. We all kind of did that in the beginning whenever we were first starting our like pages, but I recommend doing it like every 3 months, just because there's more content. Like if people at first were like, what is that? They can go back through your content and see, oh, she's really doing this. Maybe I will like this page now. The other way to get them to like your page is to share your like page posts over to your personal page. And sometimes I'll do that. I'll just be like, hey, just in case you're curious what's going over on my health and fitness page, here's what's going on. And I'll share a post. And they get a lot of interaction. The other great thing about the like page, which I didn't list anywhere, is it's a public page. So even though people haven't liked your page, they can still see your posts if they're in their newsfeed at the right time, if that post has gotten a lot of traction. And then the other great thing about that is if for some reason that person clicks like on your post and you go into the list of likes, you can then invite them to like your page. So I've gotten a lot of likes by people that have liked my posts and then inviting them to my page after they've actually liked a post. Just a second. Hey, Dylan, buddy, would one of you guys go get the dog, please? Well, you're not. So please, thank you. The next thing, be sure to tell people what they can expect and then deliver it. Don't tell people, I'm going to, be going live every day at noon and then not show up. That's just an example. But other ways you can tell people what they can expect is in the description of your page. Give them an idea of what you're going to be sharing on the page. And, oh my goodness, just a second. I'm going to lose my patience. Please be quiet. I'd like to say that there's water in this bottle. No, I'm just kidding. There is. Oh my God, where's my husband? All right, the next one, go live. This is one that they talked about on that team hardcore call this morning. Go live, go live, go live. At least during the days of the week. Less than 5 minutes. Right now, live videos are getting 135% more traction than a photo. So if that doesn't make us go live, I'm not really sure what will. I've started making a list, and next week I'm going to go live 5 days a week to see if I can actually do it, because I've done it one time. So pre-recorded video, less than a minute. Try to keep it less than a minute. And one of the things I've heard with pre-recorded video, if you're uploading it straight to Facebook, great. That's the best way to do it. If you are sharing like a YouTube link, you don't want to put the YouTube link in the post itself. You want to talk about it and then say, and the link's in the comments below, because Facebook is not going to let a post with an external link get a ton of traction in Facebook. If it's in the comments, for some reason it tricks its brain and lets it get some more traction. So keep that in mind. Boosts and ads. The great thing about boosts and ads is you control the budget down to the penny, and you get to pick the audience that it goes to. And there are so many ways you can target an audience. I wanted to tell you guys, and I'll try to kind of get in there while I'm talking, and I've told you before, but I'm going to say it again. I boosted, an ad to to get some more likes on my page, and I did it in June, and it's loading. Where is it at? I don't even think that's total. I know that's not total. Since June 19th, I think since the last time I got billed. So I think in this month, or in the last, I gotta look at that. Let me see.
Let me see it.
It's added 370 targeted likes to my page, and I've sent a message to every single one of those people. So I have 370 new people to talk to, and they're not even that scary. Like some in the beginning when I didn't know how to target ads, I was getting people that I just couldn't send a message to because we really didn't have anything in common. But now I'm getting some people that I have a lot in common with. So how long should my posts be? People like bullet points. Everybody says length comes with credibility. Sometimes I don't care about that. Sometimes if I have a lot to say and I need to get it off my chest, my post is going to be long and people might not read it. But what I do is in the first part of the post, I put things in caps. I try to get their attention, but sometimes posts just get long, and it's okay because I think it's telling your story. But just know that if you're a brand new coach, sometimes the length of your post is going to do a lot better if it's more brief. The other thing that they brought back from Mari Smith's presentation is that 90% of the viewing, which I think all of you know, of the viewing of your page is coming from a mobile device. So what that means is shorter posts. And the reason why that means shorter posts is our attention span is so much shorter, it's stupid. Like we have no attention span whenever we're scrolling through Facebook. And people are literally like just scrolling until something catches their eye. So the biggest thing you want to do is have bright graphics, and that's why I use caps, is to stop the scroll, to get people to be like, whoa, what was that? And maybe come back to it. Another great thing to do to get people to pay attention to your page, your profile photo should be light, and it should be bright, and it should be a picture of your smiling, beautiful face, because people want to know who they're talking to. One thing they suggested, which I haven't done this yet, and maybe some of you have, is they suggested making a 7-second looping video like the boomerang videos and putting your profile picture to that, because what happens if you're like in groups and you're trying to meet people that way and you comment on something, your face will be flashing over to the side and people will like look and be like, who is this person? So I haven't done that yet. I might try it and see what it does. Second to last page. Tips and tools. These are going to be quick. Graphics, bright versus dark. Bright photos are always better. Be in the photo. Be posting pictures of yourself. I know it's uncomfortable, but post after post of quotes and text without you in them, people are on their page to see you. The other thing, and I am a victim of this, less words on photos. I am in such a habit of doing my morning post and having words on it. I've been trying to break that habit, or at least make the words less. Tools to have, or someday if you want to get them, a light, a tripod, a remote. I use a tripod and the timer on my phone. I do have a remote. I do have a Lumi phone case that I use for lighting sometime, but not very often. Stand by a window. Windows are so flattering. They're so flattering. And just make sure things are light and bright. That makes everything better. So, and then these are just some of the apps that I use. I use Canva on my desktop all the time. I made this presentation in Canva. So Canva, I love PowerPoints, but I was like, I'm going to see what this is like to do this in Canva. So I did it in Canva. Final thoughts. Don't get discouraged. And I'm talking to myself here a lot too. I had this conversation with myself a lot today. Not getting discouraged is easier said than done, but this is where our personal development comes in. Today, I'm just going to use me as an example. Today, I was And it wasn't even the Success Club thing. I was just kind of, you just wake up and you're in one of those moods, and I've kind of had an achy neck and stuff, and I was just kind of having a minor pity party, and my husband called and asked how I was, and I didn't really want to complain, but I told him a couple things, and his day was going way worse than mine. So later I texted him and I said, well, I just want to let you know I got and put mascara on and got my shit together. So, like, it's stupid, but it is. We get discouraged. Just keep going. Think positive. Read your personal development. On your page, respond to all comments, and don't just click like. Actually type back to them, because if you type back to them, that's going to kick your post out there again. That's going to give you more traction on that post. So respond to all the comments. Shoot people a message for liking the content on your page. If you see someone has liked like your last 3 posts, it's just a reason to start a conversation. If you haven't ever had a conversation with them, just shoot them a note that says, you know what, it probably doesn't mean much to you, but I'm really putting myself out there on this page, and I really appreciate that you are willing to click like and support me on my page. And you will not believe the responses that you get from people. I have some challengers because of that. This next one might make you all squirm a little bit, and it made me squirm a little bit, but I have heard this at least 10 times. Remove all references to Beachbody in your profile. And that is Beachbody Coach. That is until you are at least, and I think they said a Star Diamond Coach. Because what it does is people, if you're trying to get new people to your page, is it makes people go, oh my God, she's going to try to sell me something. And they won't follow you. I actually had the guy that runs Teamsy, Eric Johnson, somehow the man tagged something on my page that put Beachbody on my page. I don't even know how he did it. I got the notification that he did it. I was able to get it off of there, but I don't even know how to do that on somebody else's page. You guys probably do, but I had no idea. So yeah, that one is debatable. Do what you're comfortable with. I took it off of mine because I don't want people to associate me with trying to sell them something. I want people to associate me with trying to help people. And even though we're all past that and we know Beachbody is all about helping people, the general population says pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing, they're going to try to sell me something. The next one, search top coaches for ideas, not to compare. Do not compare. That's an easy one to get wrapped up in. I don't follow very many coaches. I actually go seek their pages out, but I don't have much coach stuff come up in my newsfeed very often. And I did in the beginning, and I got caught in the comparison game, so I actually went and unfollowed nearly every single one of them. Celebrate the process. There was a national wake-up call with Megan Eagleston on August 22nd. Awesome call. And then this week's national wake-up call was amazing. Was it Christy Kronzer? Is that her name? It was awesome. Like, I saved that one on my phone because I told Derek, I'm like, I think I need to listen to that one every single day, because it was just like tore at my heartstrings. Is her why, and why she's doing this is exactly why, and that quitting is not an option. So the next one, farmer versus hunter mentality. I think we all know what that means. Be a seed planter, not a people hunter. And then the last one, and most importantly, have fun. How blessed are we to do this for a job? Let gratitude be your guide, and don't use social media to impress people. Use it to impact people. So that's it. I would take any questions or any conversation you guys want to have. I'm sorry if I went way too long. I tried to hurry, but I cut out, stuff I hope that was not helpful. So.
You want to throw us back to the regular screen, Nikki?
Yeah, let me figure out how to do that.
Thank you for that. That was really great. Like, super useful
there you go.
information. One thing that I wanted to talk about, just to add, is that I'm trying to think. Oh, when you were talking about like posting like useful information, information that people will actually like use, that really helps. This is bad that I'm saying this, but most of my experience with a like page lately is with my run page, and if you post stuff that makes people want to share your post, that's where I got a ton of traction this year. So if you're posting that information that's super usable, that someone will be like, oh, that's such a great tip, I'm going to share this with all my friends, you get so much more traction and your post just like explodes. So that's just another little thing to add to the shareable information, is that that's a great if you're posting,
people really like recipes.
We'll share it. Go ahead, Brittany.
I said people really like recipes.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great information, Nikki, because some of that stuff, like, I've listened to so many calls on the topic, but some of it for me is just like beyond. This was really good basic knowledge for people to take and run with. And everyone knows I'm a bad like page person, so hopefully I can get my act together in that area. But does anybody else have any other questions for Nikki?
No.
No.
Good. Thank God.
Fix my audio so I can do live videos again.
What did you just say? Sorry, I missed that.
Fix my audio so I can do live videos again.
Yeah.
I know. Text Mark Zuckerberg that middle finger emoji.
I want to quite a bit, actually.
I did hear in the new update, which I've been terrified to do, that they changed the gun to a squirt gun. I'm kind of excited about that. Like, now if they just take the middle finger out, I'd be really happy. Because I really don't use that one either. Even though sometimes I'd like to.
I
was going to tell you, Kari, that I'm glad you said that. I was trying to go off notes from that call today, go off notes from another thing, but that was one thing Janelle held up on the Team Hardcore call today, because she likes to hold up pieces of paper with words on them, is her page said, oh my, OMG, I must share this. She's like, make people feel that way.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, as far as like my like page experience, but so this was my personal experience from today, but like I have to send my like page breakdown and what posts were liked how many times. I have to send all that stuff to the Beef Council today and show them that my posts, how many posts my people are there that are being exposed to how many people. So no pressure as far as how much money they're going to give us, but it can be useful. I mean, I don't use my like page for my Beachbody business right now very much, but that information is super useful. It shows you when people are seeing your posts. It shows people, what kind of posts are really connecting. So it's definitely a huge benefit, even if those pages aren't getting as much traction as your personal pages these days. So.
Well, and the other great thing that I like about it is not only does it tell you what times of day, but if you click down into it, like you can actually even see age. I like being able, because I have my age on my, targeted stuff set from like 25 to 55, which is a huge range, but those are the type of people that have been in my challenge groups. And but then whenever I find posts that like the age demographic that I'm really trying to get, like what ones they like that's really good information to know.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was just going to add in one more thing about like pages, because I've been pretty sporadic about, definitely haven't been hitting 2 to 3, but posts that really get a lot of traction are like asking someone's opinion on something. Like I'm redoing my office in our house, and I personally could not for the life of me, I seriously researched lighting for 2 hours staring at these same 3, and I'm like, okay, here, I have an outlet here. I'm going to ask people for their input. And I had 30 comments on that post, and it reached over 1,000 people. I mean, just something simple and random like that from time to time. I've gotten a lot of traction on posts like that. And then posts of my kids. I think people like my kids better than me. So, hey, I'll throw it
I was going to tell you, I have been trying to do stuff on my personal page a little bit more just because I honestly was scared to do it for a while. And I told you why I was scared to do it for a while. I was like, please don't take my memories. But I posted on my personal page and my like page and asked people to help me name my next challenge group. And I gave them 3 options because I couldn't decide. And I was like, let's let them vote and name it. And so that's how I did it. And that was kind of fun.
Okay.
Hi, Cass.
And, yeah, and I thought that maybe just one more thing. We probably shouldn't last too much longer, but I just wanted to see if everybody wanted to go around and talk about their personal development. I just wanted to reiterate that this month I started doing the Miracle Morning at 5 o'clock. And so for those of you who know me in my 8:30 p.m. workouts, like a 5:30 a.m. workout is something huge for me. And at the same time, I started doing 5 minutes of meditation, and I started doing 20 minutes of personal development reading. So I've been doing a lot more personal development reading than I ever have done before. I'm usually a podcast girl and an Audible girl. But there's something to be said about actually reading and being able to take notes and being able to highlight. And I know that I just ordered the same Brene Brown book today that I'm listening to on Audible because I feel like I'm missing so much by just listening to it. But I did want to express like how much more I feel like I've grown in this month of actually reading my personal development 5 mornings out of the week, plus doing audio stuff on the weekends. I feel like I've really dug deep into a lot of more personal issues, but at the same time, they're helping me with my Beachbody business. So I thought maybe we'd go around and talk about what books you guys are reading right now so that maybe some of the newbies can have a little bit of a pool to pull from of ones that we know are good. So I'm reading, well, The Gifts of Imperfection is the Audible that I'm listening to, and I'm going to start reading that as well. But I'm also reading a book called Worthy. It's about how your finances, your self-worth is connected to your relationship with your finances, which I don't think I seriously struggle a lot with money issues, but it comes with a bunch of meditations that you can do. And I'm getting a lot of more personal growth than just the financial relatability, and I'm reading it with my success partner, so we're kind of hashing it apart every week. But anyway, those are 2 books that I'm reading. So if Nikki, do you want to tell us what you're reading next? I'm going in order on my screen.
Okay. Well, I'm not next on my screen. No, I'm just kidding. Right now, I am reading John C. Maxwell's Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. And what that has done for me is I'm a lazy conversationalist. I'm not going to lie to you. I am perfectly comfortable with silence. You guys don't laugh. I am. I really am. I can ride in a car for hours, and I don't know if my husband has me desensitized, but like I can be like, dude, we went 45 miles and like, I don't know if we're talking telepathically or what, but we didn't talk. And I can do that. It doesn't make me uncomfortable, but I feel like I'm not good at asking the right kind of questions to get people to think about things differently and to get myself to think about things differently. So that's been a good one. I wrote down the 2 because I literally stood in Barnes & Noble with The Gifts of Imperfection in my hand for like 5 minutes the other day, and I put it back because I have such a pile of books right now. The other one I recently got and I started reading is called just a second. I can't remember, the Love app or Love is the Greatest app or something like that. I haven't really dug into that one too deep, but I have a hard time reading one at a time. I usually read one in the morning and one at night, and I'm so glad you're reading. I love reading. I read 7 days a week and have for a long time, so I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I am such a horrible reader, and I had a friend post a post tonight. It's like, the 59 greatest books, how many have you read? And I was like, well, I'm actually surprised that I've read 11. Like, that's pretty good for me. But I'm definitely getting into it, and I feel like that quiet time in the morning is really just very easy for me to read. I'm usually so distracted. So anyway, Ashley, you're next. You're muted.
There we go. I was like, I gotta take myself off mute. So my personal development is kind of boring right now because I am still midst NASM study. And that's what my personal development has been consumed of for like the last 3 months.
Well,
So
you're learning.
textbook every day, and I have like restarted reading the textbook because my exam is November 1st. So I restarted reading, and now I'm doing a bunch of little note cards, and it's just gung-ho study time.
You're gonna kill it. So good luck.
That's pretty much it. Otherwise, but I've got a lineup ready for when I'm done. I've already got like 3 books sitting there waiting for me. So, and one of them is the You Are a Badass.
Good
I
one.
really like that one, and another one is Stand Out 2.0. And I can't remember. I watched a video, and it was Beachbody interviewing the author for the book. And I was like so infatuated with this video and this interview that I literally bought the book during the interview on Amazon. So that's my number 2. So I plan on doing that one second. But that's what I've got going on.
All right. Brittany, you're up.
Let me unmute myself.
Good.
Well, I get up at 4:30, but I don't have time to read or do anything but drink my Energize and go to cross-country practice. So my reading has been in and out, usually in between nap times, but I've been falling asleep during nap times. But I'm in the process of reading Grit, and it basically just talks about grit. Like, you have to get up and show up and be patient every single day. And if you're not putting in the effort, and if you're not putting in the work every single day, 7 days a week, you're not going to find success. And it's not going to be, like overnight. It's not going to be quick. And it kind of just helps with soaking all of that in. Like, it does happen, but it's going to take some serious patience and some serious perseverance, and you have to be super passionate about whatever it is you're going after. So it's really good. It's really good. What I have read, I have dog ear tag, like highlights. Really good. Kelly's supposed to be reading it with me, but she hasn't started yet.
Why don't you go next, Kelly? Because we had baby issues.
So I have to admit, I've been trying to finish this book for about 2 months, but I'm kind of in the same boat as, and it's very good. It's not that it's a bad book. I recommend it. It's good. But I'm in the same boat as Ashley, trying to cram for my personal trainer certification. And I feel like I've gone back to school because I'm in the high school as a title person. And so I've been reading biology and How to Kill a Mockingbird and Human Anatomy. And so I really do need a good personal development book because my brain is just like kind of on overload right now. So this is good encouragement. I can at least do 15 minutes every morning of just enjoyable reading. So I'm going to try to be better about that. And finally finish this book so I can move on to the next.
Good. Chastity, you're next. Can she hear me? You're unmuted. Chastity, you're up next. What book are you reading?
Oh, can you see me?
I can see you and hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I am reading The Girls with the Grandma Faces. If you can see it. It's a really good book about living. Age has nothing to do with the way you're supposed to feel. And it's just live each day. And I really enjoy reading it. I'm almost done with it. I've only had it a few days.
Cool.
Chastity reads, like, she'll send me a message and she's like finished 3 books and I'm like,
I love the reading of the personal development books.
yeah, you're doing good with your reading.
Jody, you're up.
Thank you.
Okay, I actually was going to share this terrible habit I have. I get into a book and then I get bored with it, but I refuse to start a new one before I finish the old one, but I'm not reading the old one. So anyway, I'm trying to get over that. I was reading The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers, and I'm curious, I would like to know how different it is from just plain Miracle Morning. But I think I might abandon that one. I actually read somewhere or saw someone we would all know and trust, if I could think of who it was, that said, just quit. If a book's not serving you, just quit reading it. It's okay, you know? So I'm starting one called Carry On Warrior. Is that what it's called, Brittany? Glennon Doyle Melton, I think, is the author. I don't know much about it, but like the first 4 pages had me in tears. Good tears. So.
Can't me more.
All right. Thank you. Tanya.
Hey, Jode. My understanding, I have it right here. My understanding of the Miracle Morning is that it is the up to page like 110 or to section 2 where they start talking about network marketing. Like, I think this is the original book. So if the network marketing stuff started rubbing you wrong, like you might have, you know what I mean? Like some of that stuff got a little bit cheesy in it, but the front part I think is applicable to everything, and I think they did that on purpose. But I know that there's a completely separate book, but my understanding is that second half isn't in the first book.
Okay. And I don't even know, it's not that I don't know why I quit. I've been reading a couple fiction books, and I was like, I could be using that time for personal development, but I also thought, at least I'm training myself to sit down and read.
Good.
What?
Baby steps.
Okay, hit it, Tanya.
Okay, I just finished The Power of Ambition by Jim Rohn. It was on Audible, and it was really long, and I know I missed a lot, so I agree with you, Corey. I think I want to buy the book and actually read it, because I think that there is a lot that is missed when you're listening to it.
Yeah.
But I am reading, I just got it though, it's called Girl Code. Unlocking the Secrets to Success, Sanity, and Happiness for the Female Entrepreneur by Tara Levi. I just kind of searched on Amazon and it sounded good. But I did finish one that I have done videos on, and it's called I Am That Girl by Alexis Jones, and I recommend it for anybody. It was really hard to put down most days, so it was very good book.
Julie,
That's what I'm doing.
Your picks now that you're back.
For sure.
Are we still talking about books?
Yes, we're still talking about books.
I'm not reading anything more than what I can do to stay awake. But I'm researching the diastasis recti that I've figured out that I have, and I'm trying to figure out the moves that I need to modify in my 21-day fix, and then try to make some YouTube videos and try to market it. So that's currently I'm writing my own book.
Awesome.
I'm doing my own thing.
Well, I feel for you on the lack of sleep thing, so I would be falling asleep if I was trying to read as well, so I hear you.
I've woken up with my phone on things that I'm like, oh my God, oh, wow, I think I probably better shut that off.
I'll tell you guys also that I got the advanced copy of Katarina's book, so that's what's been filling my night reading. So I've been reading, I don't know what's it called, but it's actually, I like it. So I'm very entertained, but it's longer. So I'm reading 2 books at present. I was glad she picked me to read it though, but she's like, you have to finish it in a week. I'm like, ooh, you don't know who you're talking to. I'm really slow at reading. So anyway, but that's about all I have. Does anybody else have anything that they wanted to add?
Hey, no.
I'm super glad that we pulled this call off. So thank you, Nikki, for volunteering. It's always good to see your faces. It's always good to kind of connect a little bit. And realize that there's other people out there struggling. I mean, we've talked about Success Club, but it's always good to be reminded of our family and why we're doing this, even if we're not connecting in the Success Club way. And I appreciate you guys for taking the time out and doing it with naked babies running around in the background. It's always entertaining to see what we're going to come up with on this call. So that's all I have. So if you guys don't have anything to add, wait, before we go, we'll probably have our next call right about the same time as Super Saturday, but hopefully you guys are planning on going. Bozeman's going to be great, I hear. So
have you looked to see if there's anything in Indiana?
What's that?
Have you looked to see if there's any Super Saturdays around you?
Oh.
I'll shoot you a message.
Anyway,
Does anyone think of the Brady Bunch whenever we're on these screens like this? I think of the Brady Bunch. I want to be like looking all around and pointing. Or the Hollywood Squares game.
Well, tonight it's great because we got like the whole screen's like.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, but I hope that you guys finish the month strong and don't lose enthusiasm just because things aren't clicking right now. Because like Nicky talked about in a video the other day, but it really is kind of a delayed cycle. And I always think of the month. Team Cup is always so inspiring and you're super motivated and you've got team members pushing you. And then the month after you're like, oh my goodness, I connected with so many people last month and this is kind of the hangover period. So push through and get your 5. And if not, don't be.
Come on, Nicky, we got to get 12 months. This is our month to get 12 months.
Got it.
Oh, it's happening. Come hell or high water.
I know. I'm like,
sure. I'm going to go down to Target and stand in the corner by that guy with all the stuffed animals and see if I can get some challenge packs sold.
Oh, you guys.
I'm going to make my dad order some Shakeology.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet.
What's that?
I haven't used my dad up yet.
I haven't either, and my dad actually tried it when he was here last time, so we actually might be getting a birthday present.
And then the other thing that we should at least talk about is the health bet. Did everybody have a great challenge group with your health bet people?
Yeah, it's going really well.
Yeah, this is the first challenge I've done on an app where people have been like, oh, the app is so great. Everything is awesome about it. And I really hate going on Facebook. And it's just been everyone's been super positive. So, and it's fun to have a group of 20 people that are checking in twice a day. Like, it's very good for the ego.
People in our Chastity's in it, our health bet group, it's going really well. There's a ton of engagement. People are like, when's the October one start? Like they're already excited for it. So I don't run challenge groups anymore on Facebook.
Oh, really?
So I'm just kind of phased that out. My last Country Heat.
That's why you don't have any sound on your videos. They took it away.
But I all my leads that I get from Beachbody, all my free leads, I send them my welcome email with my little video, and then I send them a postcard, and I let them know that I have an ongoing accountability group, and I add them to my ongoing accountability group. And yeah, some of them have been joining in, some of them don't, but it's been a great way to get people interested about when they see other people posting about Shakeology and what workouts they're doing. Mm-hmm. And not everybody has Facebook. Like I have 3 people in the Fall for Fitness group right now that don't have Facebook. So they've never been in a group before. They've bought stuff, but they've never been in a group before until now because of the tracker app. And I can schedule because I'm not there to pay for a scheduler yet. So yeah.
All right.
But I was going to say in my live video that I tried to do until Nicky said, I can't hear you. And I was like, really? I had really good content while I was unloading my laundry basket. At least I thought it was really good. But what I've been doing is I was going to talk about how it's so important to start a program from start to finish and follow exactly what it says, like nutrition-wise, follow the flipping meal plan, plan it out, do your workouts exactly how it is on the fitness calendar, because it works. Like, I was talking to Jody when she came to stay with me for a couple of days, and I was like, I feel like I've lost like all my strength from doing Country Heat. And then we had, I went back and I looked at my before and after photos of Country Heat, and I was like, but I looked pretty good after 30 days of Country Heat. Like, I was amazed. And so I think when you're following something like that, it's really important to do that. And then it's what I've been doing is I took that after photo in the middle of September when I finished, but I didn't share it. Like, I put it side by side, and I didn't share it until I knew I was in desperate need of getting some conversations starting, because I'm slacking in the Success Club area right now. And so I've been putting out my photo results, like my photo reveals of different programs on Sunday nights. And yeah, all of a sudden I was at 0, and now I should be at 6, hopefully by tomorrow. But just from posting that picture, it's just, so Sunday nights, start a program, start to finish, exactly what it is. Then you'll have more, I mean, you can talk to people more about the program because you know exactly how it is. So anyways, that's another long rambling 2 cents, but it seems to be working, because I did it a couple months ago with my hammer and chisel reveal. It was a Sunday night, and I ended up getting Success Club 10 when I did that, from going from 0 to 10. So you just have to push your fear to the side, and who cares what all those negative naysayers say about you posting that crap on there.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
I finished 3-week yoga retreat today. I did it all the way start to finish. I loved it. I'm ready to get back to weights, but it was so much fun. It was just a great program. I mean, it doesn't have nutrition with it, but it's a great program.
I love the 3-week yoga retreat too. We do that with cross-country practices.
Yeah.
Just random.
I have like 5 people in my challenge group this month that are doing it, and they've all been people that have never wanted to work out and are intimidated by a lot of different things. So it's been really great to get them going. I think they're ready to step it up to something else now. So I need challenge points, so Success Club points. So hopefully they're ready to step it up. Anyway.
I like the club challenge pack option.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good one. That's what I'm pushing, because then we can try out the new MMA workout, Core to Force. Cannot wait. It's going to be great. So anyway, well, we should probably let you guys go to bed. And this girl needs to go to bed so I can wake up at 5, you know.
I can call you at 4:30.
Don't you dare. My husband will kill you. He's not a fan of the Miracle Morning. Let me just tell you that right now.
His mornings aren't so miraculous anymore.
You could use Jessica's suggestion to change that.
What was hers?
Well, we're in a Miracle Morning group, and she listed all the options of things to do in your Miracle Morning, and let's just say one of them involved SEX. So
You would go
I
there.
love her. Oh God,
Me too.
she's the only one that can get away with that. I swear.
That's funny.
Nikki, I just want to let you know, so I just tried to boost a before and after, and it kicked it out.
Must have been because mine was a 3-part. Did you boost straight from the post, or did you go to the back end and boost it that way?
Straight from the post.
Yeah, that's another thing. Don't ever boost straight from the post. You want to go to the back end and do create ad and say boost a post that way, and then try to boost it. What it'll do is you'll bring up your page, and then you can select from your list of posts. You have to post it to your page, and then you can boost it. Well, it's already posted to your page, sorry.
Yeah.
It
just automatically gave me the your post wasn't boosted because it doesn't meet ad policies by showing before and after results.
Yeah, mine might have got through because of the 3, but Britt, no, you didn't boost anything. You just posted.
And Nikki, you were
Yeah, that was just on my personal page.
you were fully dressed in all 3 pictures, right? I'm not saying that
I've been fully dressed in past ones. I tried to boost that running post that I did a long time back with the side-by-side fully dressed in running gear, and it didn't like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just, if it's just a computer, pick it up. Horse bra and bare midsection.
But I would try it from the back end, Ashley. It might work that way. I don't ever boost a post straight from the post on the page. That's usually when they tell me I've used profane language and that it's not acceptable. And there's no, I don't know.
Yeah.
None of them have ever had profanity in them. So, but
I
that's
was
your
just
message.
curious. I had one that actually got really good traction. So my ultimate reset one. So I was like, I'm gonna go try to boost it.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's been like 2-3 weeks now. So.
Oh yeah.
I save them picture reveals for the very last hoorah when I need to pull out my big guns. When they're sitting at 0 and it's Sunday night and you're like, oh shit.
I might have to go back through old posts and take them and delete them and repost them. I've done that before.
Yeah,
If it's a post that did really good 6 months ago and you've added 500 people to your like page, why not repost it? If it's a before and after type thing for a program, you've got 500 new sets of eyes that could see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm half tempted to throw out my hammer and chisel one again too.
I'm half tempted to throw out your hammer and chisel one for myself.
I was actually.
Look at what my friend Brittany did. Please, Jesus. Don't call her, call me.
Go ahead. Let me know if it works.
All I need is 2 more challenge packs. If I get more than that, you can have them.
Oh,
I gotta go put my kids to bed.
well, you guys, your children have been highly entertaining. I see feet and arms and butts and all kinds of things on this video today.
Yeah, I'm getting to smell feet and farts with my son on my
That's nice.
Avery calls farts rootatoots.
Well, we'll catch you guys next time. And I forgot to hit record for a little bit, but we'll get it posted tomorrow. So catch you later.
See you guys.